What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, and today we have the definition of 2017 PC gaming, especially when it comes to RGB. We're going to be checking out these two brand new RGB headset stands. One from Razer, one from Corsair. Let's check it out. Now first, for this comparison, I'm not going to be picking a winner or loser, just pretty much showing you the benefits, the specs, the pros, cons of each one. At the end of the day, it's still just a headphone stand. But they're both $60 and they each have advantages over each other. But starting off, we'll check out the one from Razer. It's made of a matte black plastic and you actually have to put it together when you get it. It snaps right into the base. And you've probably seen it in the past because they do include the regular stand in some of the gaming headsets that you buy. This one just now has RGB lighting, and as you can see on the front, you get 3 USB plugs. On the bottom is the RGB light strip that goes around the base. And it's very similar to the strip they use on the Firefly RGB mouse pads. And embossed on the top of the base on the bottom here is the Razer logo, but that's the extent of it here. It's a plastic stand, you get the 3 USB ports on the bottom, and the single light strip wrapping around the base. Switching sides, we'll take a look at the ST100, which is Corsair's RGB headset stand. This is made of an aluminum, so it's definitely a heavier and more solid quality, I'd say. You get an illuminated RGB Corsair logo that's on the neck of the stand itself. Then on the top of the base, you have one USB slot, with the other coming on the right side. Then next to that is a 3.5mm headphone jack. We'll talk about this stuff more in a second. And then again on the bottom of the base is the RGB light strip wrapping around it. So definitely a more solid construction here with the Corsair headstand, seeing that it's all aluminum and very solid versus Razer's plastic headstand. However, when it comes to RGB lighting, that's where Razer has the bigger advantage here. Let's talk about the lights. Now for the Corsair's lighting effects, you'll see why I'm doing this one first in a minute. The first one is going to be the spiral rainbow. This is the very popular 16.8 million RGB rainbow wave that we're used to. But the actual rainbow wave is just going to pulse the colors of the rainbow throughout, but then being solid colors instead of it being the entire spiral of colors, if that makes any sense. Next you have visor. I'm always a fan of this one. Kind of flashes colors back and forth. And the next 3 are pretty much all but the same. You have color shift, which is gonna shift colors back and forth. And you have color pulse, which is going to pulse colors in and out that you can either set to be random or pick your own. And then color wave, which is again just gonna be waving the colors back and forth. It's all very similar stuff. Then obviously you have static color, which you could, pick whatever color you want for the entire base, as well as the illuminated Corsair logo being separate. Definitely not the biggest selection here. So over to Razer, and obviously for this one you still have the boring ones, like I said before, with static and breathing in and out, but their effects are a little bit more extensive. You have the spectrum cycling, which is like what we see with the wave, where it just cycles through all the colors, very flashy. And you have fire, which is going to be pulsing a red and orangish kind of effect, self-explanatory. Then for starlight, it's pretty much like gonna be flashing and pulsing different colors. You can pick 2 or have it be random. This one's nice, the colors pulse in and out all throughout the different zones, so it's different each time. I like this one. And then you just have your wave. But for both the Razer and the Corsair stands inside the software, you can set each zone to be a different color if you really want to customize it and change it up. They make it very easy for you to do. You just, it's like what kind of zone you want and make it a static color or something like that. So you can really customize the base of the strip here. And of course, with the Corsair, you have the illuminated logo there, so you can change that up as well if you want. I'm surprised there's no illuminated logo on the Razer one, actually. And with both, say you have the same brand of, the headset, the mouse, and the keyboard, you can link them all together to have all the effects pulsing in unison. But as you might have noticed during that light test there, the Razer lights were definitely brighter, significantly brighter actually. And then a lot of the peripherals, like their keyboards and stuff, this is where Razer always kind of takes a cake in lighting, because the effects are just that much brighter. And like I said, it's pretty much the same light strip that they have embedded here, like on their Firefly mousepad. So not only is the light leaking and shining outward, but it's also glowing on the bottom, giving it just this really nice look. Now, as I said in the beginning, I'm not gonna be picking a winner or loser for this video because it's, in the end, a headphone stand. This is more so to show you the pros and cons and differences of each, so I'll wrap that up with this now. And as I said, the build quality here with the ST100 RGB headset stand from Corsair definitely takes the cake. It's all aluminum, so it's very solid. I like that versus the plastic construction of the Razer headset stand. Here you have the 2 RGB light zones with the bottom base and the logo here, but at the end of the day, they are significantly more dull and not as bright as the ones in the Razer stand. So if you're a big fan of RGB lights, obviously this one's gonna be more for you. And these have 3 USB ports with Razer versus the only 2 USB ports from Corsair. However, with that, this is where it gets pretty interesting because you also have the 3.5mm headphone jack. But once you plug this into your PC and power it on, you can actually control your headset's volume and all of the different sorts of like EQs and presets within the Corsair software as well. So whether your headset is a USB headset or it is a 3.5mm headphone jack, you can plug that in and power it just through the headstand, which I think is really cool, so you can control it all through there. With this, you do not have the 3.5mm headphone jack, but I mean, at the end of the day, guys, like I said, they're both $60. This one's plastic with better lights. This one is solid with, you know, not as flashy lights, but more integration for a headset stand if you have Corsair, if you have a Corsair headset. Obviously, if you have Razer peripherals and a Razer headset, go with this one from Razer. Pretty self-explanatory, but again, it's kind of like a first look and a comparison at these ridiculously sounding RGB headset stands. But hey, they're out there. They're both 60 bucks. If you want to check them out, I'll put a link for you in the description down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.